Shiny Iron Hands there, who now gets a chance to fire back with a super effective wing attack. Oh my... Hello everybody, Ace Liam here, and welcome back to another episode of MetroMania, our ongoing 16 Pokemon Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the Season 13 MetroMania Champion. In last week's episode, which was the third of our quarterfinals, we saw Iron Moth victorious over Iron Jugulis, so Iron Moth moves through to the semi-finals. We have just one more place in the semi-finals to determine, which is where this week comes in, with Iron Hands taking on Iron Valiant. So here we go, quarterfinal number 4, Iron Hands versus Iron Valiant. One of these two teams of Pokemon will go through to face Iron Moth in the semi-finals, and Iron Valiant starting off strong with a Spatial Rend into Shiny Iron Hands there, and now over to the regular Iron Valiant with the follow-up. It goes for Astonish into Shiny Iron Hands. They're doubling in. Shiny Iron Hands flinches from the Astonish and cannot move, so only regular Iron Hands will move this turn as it goes for Bitter Blade. Shades of Cerule Edge there, absorbing some of the HP from Shiny Iron Valiant, although it's at full HP, so that's not really going to make much of a difference. But over to the regular Iron Valiant for Scold. The only Pokemon that can use that move is Volcanion, but not in this case. Doing a decent amount of damage there, but does not get the burn on regular Iron Hands. Here's a Defense Curl from Shiny Iron Valiant, going to raise its defense by 1 stage. Not a bad shout when you're faced with a Pokemon like Iron Hands. As regular Iron Hands gets ready with an Aerial Ace, that'll be super effective. Decent chunk of damage there. Do a decent chunk of damage to that subscribe button, please, and turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of anything on this channel. Stored Power, super effective, but not particularly strong from Shiny Iron Hands onto Shiny Iron Valiant there. And now regular Iron Valiant goes for Coil, going to raise its attack, its defense, and its accuracy by 1 stage, I want to say. Attack, defense. There it is. Accuracy. Absolutely lovely. I hate that accuracy doesn't need a capital letter, but all the other stats do. It's weird. Don't like it. Same with evasiveness. Here's Skitter Smack, though, for some not very effective damage onto Iron Hands from Shiny Iron Valiant, but will drop Iron Hands' special attack by 1 stage, but then Iron Hands isn't known for its special attack. Here's Shiny Iron Hands, though, with Water Pledge into Shiny Iron Valiant, and it is enough to take it out of this round. Now it's just 1 Iron Valiant versus 2 Iron Hands here. What's regular Iron Hands going to do as a follow-up? Going to go for Focus Energy, wants to land some critical hits going forward. Will it manage? I guess we just have to wait and see. Over to Iron Valiant now, who really needs to sort out at least one of these Iron Hands. Goes for Electro Web for not very effective damage into both of them, but slowing them both down, but they're already slower than Iron Valiant, so really any other move would have been better there. Shiny Iron Hands now looks to respond with Lash Out for some 4 times resisted damage, I'm pretty sure, because it's a dark type move. Critical hit, though, even though it's not the one that used Focus Energy on Iron Valiant there. 4 times resisted, Fighting and Fairy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And here's Role Play, which can't affect any of these Pokemon. You can't swap out or remove Quark Drive or Photosynthesis from any Pokemon there. Here's a Petal Dance, though, onto Iron Hands. Not a great deal of damage dealt, though. Iron Hands is so defensively bulky. And here's the regular Iron Hands with Frost Breath, but it's avoided by Iron Valiant there. Iron Valiant getting very, very lucky. Here is Shiny Iron Hands now, who's going to fire off a Thunder Fang with same type attack bonus behind it for a fair chunk of damage, but that defense boost paying dividends. The repeated Petal Dance is enough to take out regular Iron Hands, so it's now regular Iron Valiant versus Shiny Iron Hands. What Shiny Iron Hands going to do in response here now that its partner's gone down? Goes for a super effective, a Stab Arm Thrust here. It's not very effective against a Fairy type opponent, but it's doing a little bit of chip damage with each hit, and it's 3 hits from the Arm Thrust there, so not a great deal of damage dealt, but some damage nonetheless. There's the 3rd round of Petal Dance, which is going to leave Iron Valiant confused, but Shiny Iron Hands not looking in the best of health right now. And now Shiny Iron Hands does have a chance to respond, though. What will it do? It's going to go for Shell Smash. Now that is a scary concept. Shell Smash Iron Hands. Down goes its defense 1 stage, and its special defense 1 stage, but up goes its attack, its special attack, and its speed by 2 stages apiece. I think that no, Iron Valiant is still the faster Pokemon. I thought it was going to make it faster than Iron Valiant, but it doesn't. Here's an Ice Fang, though, and it takes down Shiny Iron Hands. So Iron Valiant wins the first round. Let's hear from our sponsors.
It's that time again. Let's have a little chat about G Fuel. Today, I'm drinking the wonderful Tiger's Blood, which is an absolutely amazing combination of strawberry, watermelon, and coconut. It's exactly right up my alley, and it's so bloody tasty. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Go and get yourself some Tiger's Blood or any of the wonderful flavors of G Fuel. Just remember when you do, in the little checkout box at the end, put our code in, which is code ACE, and you can save yourself 20% off your G Fuel order, and it helps support this channel, so thank you very much in advance. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead.
And here we go with round 2. Iron Valiant leads 1-0. Really unfortunate for Iron Hands there. They seem to be so dominant, but then they just couldn't follow up on it later on. Here's another Bitter Blade, which was used by the Iron Hands team in the previous round by Iron Valiant now. Absorbing a bit of HP, but again at full HP, so not getting the full benefit of that. Here's Acid Armor. Now that's a great play there by Shiny Iron Valiant there. Raising its defense by 2 stages when faced with an Iron Hands is a great idea. Fell Stinger coming out from Iron Hands for a not very effective hit there onto the regular Iron Valiant. And now regular Iron Hands looks to follow up with Thunder Wave, which is a great play. Landing the Thunder Wave, paralyzing Iron Valiant, so now it has a chance that it may not be able to move on the next turn, and of course slows it down by 25% in general. Shiny Iron Valiant is going for Fly, so it's going to jump up into the air and do some neutral damage on the next turn. Not a bad play at all. And now Shiny Iron Hands follows up with Wing Attack, clearly into that Shiny Iron Valiant slot, but does not land the hit because Shiny Iron Valiant is up in the air. Now Iron Hands gets ready with Smart Strike, which is going to do some super effective damage, huge super effective damage into Iron Valiant, who can't move because it's paralyzed. We're going to see the Fly take effect now from the Shiny Iron Valiant there, but it shows just how much that defense increase for Shiny Iron Valiant is important. Here's a not very effective Brick Break, but still massive damage. Regular Iron Valiant with that critical hit Brick Break, same type attack bonus, and all the jazzy stuff behind it, managed to land a critical hit to put it on 1 HP. The Headlong Rush doesn't do a great deal of damage there onto Shiny Iron Valiant, but does drop the defense and special defense of regular Iron Hands by 1 stage apiece. And now, regular Iron Valiant is going to ignore the paralysis, goes for Fiery Dance into Shiny Iron Hands there, and does not get the special attack drop, though, onto the Shiny Iron Hands. Shiny Iron Valiant goes for Night Daze. It's not very effective, but could lower the accuracy, but does not lower the accuracy of Shiny Iron Hands there, who now gets a chance to fire back with a super effective Wing Attack. Oh my word, into Shiny Iron Valiant. Critical hit, ignores the defense boost that it had from the Acid Armor and takes it out of contention. We now have 2 Iron Hands versus an Iron Valiant that is paralyzed and on basically 1 HP, and a Flare Blitz will be more than enough to do it. We're going to a 3rd round. Iron Hands has equalized against Iron Valiant and shown just how destructive it can be. So this round is incredibly important because this round decides which of these teams is our final semi-finalist for Season 13 of MetroMania. We have Giga Impact. Oh my word, starting off strong. And oh god, that was a Giga Impact from an Iron Valiant, and look how little damage it really did. Oh my word, there's going to be a recharge turn for Iron Valiant there. Sludge Wave, though, big damage to its own partner from Shiny Iron Valiant there. Very risky play. Poisons the regular Iron Hands there, but none of the other Pokemon on the field. But man, that was a big mistake, you've got to think. Here's a not very effective Hammer Arm onto Shiny Iron Valiant there with a -1 speed onto the Iron Hands. Now, Shiny Iron Hands follows that up with a Heavy Slam. That'll be super effective. And now regular Iron Valiant is out of the competition. It is up to Shiny Iron Valiant to try and win this contest and go through to the semi-finals on its own now against 2 Iron Hands. Lucky for Iron Valiant, regular Iron Hands is on a timer, and we could see that burn all the way out. Sleep Powder landed onto the Shiny Iron Hands there, so that's a great play by Iron Valiant, taking one of the Iron Hands out of commission whilst it deals with the regular. Not a bad shout at all there. Now over to regular Iron Hands, who is not sleeping but is poisoned, who goes for Overheat. It's not going to do a great deal of damage, but still actually did quite a decent amount of damage, and it does get a -2 special attack drop, and there's the poison damage taking effect. Iron Valiant still looking like it's in a lot of trouble against these opponents. It is quite a fragile Pokemon, though. Goes for Poison Powder. That's going to fail because both opponents have status conditions already, one of them being poison. Shiny Iron Hands is fast asleep, though, so isn't going to move this turn. Regular Iron Hands, though, still wide awake. Goes for Astonish into that Shiny Iron Valiant slot. and takes a little bit of poison damage afterwards. It is now less than half its max HP, though. Iron Valiant has a chance to try and build up some offense here. Goes for Recover. Do you know what? Sometimes defense is the best offense. So now it's going to restore half its HP. It's basically at 3/4 of its hit points as Shiny Iron Hands, though, wakes up after not being dealt with and goes for a Recover of its own. That's terrible for the Shiny Iron Valiant there. It's at full HP now. That's incredible from that Recover. And Retaliate coming out from regular Iron Hands, bringing Shiny Iron Valiant down to just less than half its max HP and taking a little bit more poison damage at the end of that turn. Sooner or later, this Iron Valiant will be against only one Iron Hands. What's it going to do here now? Goes for Psychic. That'll be super effective on that poisoned Iron Hands and takes it out. Mate, I spoke too soon. Down goes Iron Hands, and now already it's down to just one Iron Hands versus one Iron Valiant. Both the Shinies vying to get their teams through to the semi-finals. Heat Wave, though, not dealing a great deal of damage there from the Iron Hands onto Iron Valiant. Now Iron Valiant looks to reply with an Ice Shard, barely chipping away at the HP of Iron Hands here. You got to do much, much better than that. Iron Hands goes for Ice Beam into Iron Valiant. It's not quite enough to take it down. It's still living on a couple of hit points, though. What will Iron Valiant do here? It goes for Shadow Force, so it's going to vanish instantly, and it's going to hide away, not going to take any damage from any move that Iron Hands can pop out here, so Iron Hands might as well heal itself. Goes for Baton Pass and just wastes the turn anyway. It knows it's going to take Shadow Force this turn. I believe it's a Dark-type move, so it shouldn't be very effective. It was a critical hit. No, it's a Ghost-type move, Liam. You might be thinking of something else. Shadow Force is Ghost-type. Splash, though, from Iron Hands. Maybe celebrating a bit too early. You're less than half your max HP, mate. Shiny Iron Valiant now has an opportunity to do something else. Goes for Solar Blade, so it's going to charge up this turn and attack with Solar Blade on the next turn. That gives Iron Hands an opening, though. What will Shiny Iron Hands do here? It's going to go for Scary Face and slow down Iron Valiant. I don't know if that'll be enough to go before Iron Valiant. Oh, it is enough, apparently. I guess it makes it a speed tie, possibly. So Iron Hands goes for a Thunder Fang. Same type attack bonus. Iron Hands comes back from a 1-0 lead and is now 2-1. Goes through to the semi-finals. Iron Hands is our final semi-finalist and will be facing Iron Moth in the semis. That's going to be, we have an amazing semi-final setup here. Look at that. Join us next week for when Slither Wing takes on Miraidon for the first place in the finals. And let's say a quick thank you to our Ace Trainer Ultra XL members: Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Ghost Lupin, Sin City Yeti, Mumbai Cobra, Gear Overlord, Toy Bonnie, DJ the Nerd, Night Angel, Lucas Gates, Gamer Guy Mike, Kingly Gamer YT, Viridian Folk, and Poké Trainer Dean. Thank you all for your amazing support on this channel.
So that'll do it for another episode of MetroMania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, share the video with a friend, click the join button and become a channel member to, support us a little bit more. And of course, use code ACE to save yourself money on G Fuel. And don't forget to come and hang out on my live streams 5 days a week. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.